back to Global Entertainment News TV. We hope you had a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. We are excited to dive back into the new year and our regular scheduled programming. As we get back into the swing of things, we would like to wish you a joyous holiday season and a prosperous new year. May this year bring you happiness, good health, and success in all your endeavor. I am your host, Bella, and joining me on the studio today are
Sola.
Still,
Oh my goodness. How was the holiday?
That's good. Awesome.
How about you?
well, me, I actually enjoy my holiday, but the fact that we can't spend more than our budget doesn't mean that we will not say we didn't enjoy our holiday. To me, I home played a lot. When I say home play,
Probably.
different carnival to one carnival, I enjoyed myself.
You are having the best fun of yourself.
I won't say I had the best fun, but I made it the best fun for myself.
Exactly. That is all that matters.
Yeah.
Holidays are for resting, having fun, and going to party and all that. So hope for the best after this year. Now let's dive into the top stories, starting with the Punch. The top story from Punch today: Labour Party can win 2027 poll without major parties. The Labour Party has declared its capability to win the 2027 presidential election without forming a coalition, emphasizing its strong grassroots support and appeal to Nigeria. The party reiterated that the performance in the 2023 election demonstrated its potential to independently challenge and unseat the ruling All Progressive Congress.
To that, I don't think, to me, I don't think that's possible because the All Progressive Congress
Labour
had
Party.
had their own
Plan.
coalition also. They merged for
Yeah.
them to have that force to be able to unseat the PDP during their own
It's
regime.
not easy.
Because
at
if
all.
the Labour Party comes out and say they can do it, they don't. Nah, to me, I don't
Who
think
is
they can
Labour
do it.
Party?
They can't.
No, it's
Who
not
is Labour
No,
Party?
people really like them. They like Labour Party. But
Yeah.
you see, when it comes to election,
in
They
Nigeria.
don't have mouths.
Another thing will happen
They
on
don't
that
have
election day.
mouths.
You know, the All Progressive Congress, they have already made up their mind that this ruling is going to last them till 2031, and then they are
More
not
than
ready.
that, if care is not taken.
That is it.
More than
They,
that.
they are not ready to leave the seats for anybody. Even if the Nigerians like they should complain from now till tomorrow, their own is that it is their turn, and then it is their position to continue ruling, even if it's going to take them another 10 years to do that. So I don't think that the Labour Party can actually just feel, maybe they should just calm down till that 2031, then let's see how it's going to be.
There's no assurance for that.
No, I don't
31.
think there's even assurance.
No
for that.
assurance.
They should. I believe they should have that measure. They should just merge. That measure really help them because the force from here and here comes together and they form a very strong party. To me, I don't think their party are very very strong.
I think
That
that
is not
those
true.
that are actually supporting the All Progressive Congress should, those that have already realized that this party is not favoring anybody should move their seats back to the Labour Party, and then make a force, and then like
Who won't talk?
You will get to a stage. You will see where some APC and PDP say we want to come into the party for them to have a better chance of winning a particular election. If not
Exactly.
for Peter Obi and few people in that Labour Party, we will not even hear about Labour Party in the
At
north
all.
and the west. It's mostly at the eastern part of the country. I think having that measure, bringing the Hausa people into it,
To
bringing the
favour
Yoruba
them a
people
lot.
into it, to really favour them,
Yeah.
comes together. Because that's the only best way we can win.
Well, we all
2027
hope for a
election.
better Nigeria at the same time. And if Peter Obi is going to be on the seat, I think it could have been more positive, or let's just
Yeah.
say, we don't know.
I'm very positive. Oh.
Yes. Moving on. Crude for loan. Local crude demand rises as NNPCL battle debt service. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited may continue servicing its crude for loan obligation till 2029 as the demand for oil by domestic refinery increases. NNPC debt burden arises from several crude for loan agreements that has tied volumes of the country oil production to various financial commitments.
Now they just dey find out. Eh? Now they just dey find out 20 billion naira a dollar. No be small thing.
Well,
The fact that we are using our crude oil to get loan
to get loan.
from other countries. To me, I think it's very, very poor for the nation, because if we are refining this crude oil here and we are selling it here, and after refining it, we are selling it back to other countries. It creates
So
more revenue for us than for us selling just crude oil.
what's annoying part about it is that imagine Dangote refinery. You know, is a private sector, and then he has to import crude oil for him to be able to be refined. Is as if it's as if it's a blow to Nigeria that we actually own the crude oil and then it's being used for loan instead of being refined to benefit us. There's something I don't even know how I should go about this. Like something about this Nigerian stuff that is not even aligning with every other aspect. Like
During that time, as of last year when we were hearing the federal government has gotten a loan, also amount of money, I asked the question, what was their means of paying back
Returning
all
it
this
back.
loan? Now I understand that it's our crude
Crude
oil
oil.
they are using as a collector for
You
this
got in the
loan.
answer.
well, they thought that, and the funniest part is that the money is not being in use.
At all.
It's not being in use because you can't actually go into billions and trillions of loan and then there's nothing to show for it. The infrastructure is crumbling, everything, and then they still keep continuing.
Where is the road that they are using the money to do?
They should.
I don't see road though.
They will
I don't
steal
see
the
road.
money. They will steal the money from this country, take it to another country, and create something there. And we here we keep suffering. This money now, as we they are stealing this money now, they are using it to create
To
infrastructure
do
here in this
something better,
country.
yeah.
Even though if you are building house in this country, it's creating job opportunity for
For
some
people.
people. If you are building
Companies.
this, it's creating job opportunity. When you steal this money, you take it to another country and create companies there. There are so many politicians that have companies outside the country. Just imagine that fact. You are building their economy there and you are spoiling our own.
Imagine. We
That's
really
bad.
need a good leader in Nigeria. That is all I could say. We really need a good leaders in Nigeria. Moving on, new viruses. Federal government tightening monitoring to quarantine China passengers. Wow. Experts demand proactive step as new viruses surges in China, ranging children. The federal government on Sunday says it would activate surveillance measures for imported passengers from China, following the current surge of respiratory viruses, while reports indicate that the virus has led to overcrowded hospital emergencies measure as public concern in China.
Na China every time. Last one was Ebola.
Yeah, coronavirus.
Oh, thank you, coronavirus. Then the one before Ebola.
Yes.
Like why now? This again that we don't even know the name.
It says this is affecting the respiratory.
The worst part is that this virus has actually gotten to countries like Cambodia, Taiwan, and Hong Kong. It has really
How come does
affected.
this virus have to travel so fast?
It's,
No, it has happened since last year.
The Asian part of the country.
It has been happening since last year.
See, we anything concerning respiratory virus, it can't survive in Africa.
They always come up with these respiratory viruses that has to start with the lungs and then the next thing it travels around the body and then like there's something like I'm thinking about those China rating. It's always them coming up with new viruses and then it's taking like if their population is too much and then they wanted to do something like to reduce the population, I think whatever they are going to be creating should be within themselves. Like it should be.
The issue, what I feel about this is that China, they are used to having experiment of things that they are not really
Yes,
familiar with.
they do a
just
lot
want
of
to know
experiments.
what these things. It's only China that you see that the lizard that we are always pursuing here, clean and train with,
They are
then
eating
they will
it.
open it and eat it.
Like
Anything they
raw.
see, they eat all kinds of animal. All kinds of animal they eat to the fact that they eat worm.
Yeah.
They eat maggots. They eat maggots also. There's nothing they don't
They
eat in
eat
that country.
wall geckos as well. And
So
all
just
What
that.
imagine
assurance
that
is it
kind
that
of
they
thing.
won't have the diseases?
Just imagine that kind of thing. When you are eating such animal, the infection that can come from this animal that does not work with the human body system, it can bring out something else. And this creates virus that are not.
And they are traveling down here. many times going travel. So there's no way the virus won't affect us.
China has the most population in the world,
Yes.
so they are everywhere.
I
They
think
are
I think
everywhere in the
I
world.
think our federal government needed to make sure that the border is well tightened. There's nothing like quarantine. Don't even want to. I don't even want them to be quarantined in the first place. Like just like block their borders. None of them is coming in. None of like just let it blocked. That is what I think is the best.
What is
In
your
any country you go to there, you didn't see a China man there.
na lie
The business is not really going
at
there.
all?
Business because they are everywhere in the world.
Everywhere.
Everywhere in the world they are there.
Yeah. Let's moving on. 5 years death. Bank burns in Delta. Bank tank explosion. Wow. 5 persons have been reportedly pierced dead, with many properties, including banks and vehicles, burnt in a tanker explosion in Abo Ika, South local government area of Delta State. Gathered that the incident occurred along the ever-busy Old Lagos-Asaba Road by the First Bank right inside that Abo main market on Sunday afternoon, leaving many dead, others injured, vehicles and houses burnt.
Like this was really too much. Two banks got
The,
burnt. 5 dead.
my I don't know why for the past months now we're having consecutive and tanker
Accidents.
explosion. This thing is not becoming a trend now in the country. Every month the tanker explodes. Every month we are hearing a particular market is bombed. This is happening.
This thing usually happen towards August, November,
It
December,
happens every time in Christmas season.
and then this thing and some of the concerns about this thing that the road is not good. We all know that the road is not good. When a tanker falls, the how will I even say they wanted to scoop oil from it. Some is using how will I say something like iron to to scoop oil, and then it's very very risky, and then it puts people's life at risk. I know the countries are hard, but at the same time we have to measure safety. But some Nigerians they don't want it to measure safety. Anywhere they hear that a tankers fall down, so far it has oil in it, they are ready to go and scoop oil. They are ready
Not
to go
even
and
not even fearing the danger in it.
they are ready. They just wanted to like how will I can say it? Is it for survival mode? They're going to be like that person. Maybe the person that got there they don't know how to scoop the oil, or they just we have to measure safety. We just have to measure safety. Very very important.
It's very very necessary for those people in charge of the this. I believe all these tankers and petroleum transporters should have
Drivers.
association organization that are in charge of this their movement. They should work on the kind of security the measures they take
Even
before
the people
moving out.
that drive safe, they
Most
should.
Exactly.
The people that
Let me
drive in
tell you, even
particular,
though you hear about restrictions today, you don't hear that the driver dies. They are
they'll
always
disappear
they're always in the first to move
Yeah,
out.
straight up
it's a long vehicle, so the back can actually fall down, and then
before
it's
the
not
front.
it's not going to be so easy to affect the person that is driving. It's the back that always have the
I've
problem.
never had a situation where a tanker got bombed or explode and the driver dies.
Yeah,
They are
because
always
it's easy. Because when it falls down, before the head is going to get to the ground, the driver like that's it.
experienced.
She's talking from the experience.
It's not actually talking from experience. I'm just trying to tell you that is how you're supposed to. Okay, let's take the one that is going not from Vanguard today. Custom intercept smugglers with 10,790 liters of petrol cancelled in tax. Wow. The Zone A operation between units of the Nigeria Customs Service in Lagos recently intercepted smuggler attempting to transport over 10,000 liters of premium motor spirits cancelled inside. Wow.
10,000
These
liters.
people should be experts for trying to smuggle petrol. Consider how do they even use it? They have
You
something
know,
inside and they package inside.
Petrol of all things.
Wow.
it's not, yeah, how will I even say this? Maybe Nigeria, we can be so surprised at some time. Maybe those people are already used to this stuff of a thing, and then they have been going
Doing it,
scot
yeah.
free, and then nothing has. Maybe this time around we are not in a cooperative team. That is why those things they have to be caught at the attempt of it.
Well, a big kudos to the
Custom.
custom
Custom,
service.
yeah.
This is what we want to be hearing, that
Mm-hmm.
things like this are being, and this sense that they are seizing from these people. They should make it in videos. Because most of them now, after seeing these things now, we hear
They'll
that
share
they
it
will share it.
among themselves.
Yeah,
Either they share
they'll
them,
share it.
they will just take pictures of it, that this is what we
Mm-hmm.
got from them.
Then
Before
you will
you
not
know,
hear
they
anything
about to
again.
about
That's
to-
all. It's
Exactly.
gone.
so they are ahead of authorities, scoop money from.
Well, just hope for the best. Let's move on. Obasanjo and the NNPCL refineries. That former President Olusegun Obasanjo has an almost childlike emotional attach to the public-owned refineries under the trust and the care of the NLPCL. Is not in doubt. It is also not difficult to explain why that appears to be the case. He can indeed assert some levels of claim and credit for the construction of two of Nigeria's publicly owned four refineries. That's during his time of his sitting, he actually tried to, and then he did everything within his power. I don't think all that is not even in work now. The refinery that is being constructed on that name is not even. We are not even seeing the productivity of anything, and then the more how will I say, the more every government that comes into seat, the more it feels like Nigeria is coming from how will I say, from frying pan to uh,
Fire.
fire. So his own is already in past tense. Whether he can't actually come out now and say that he wanted to take over the seat
Mm-hmm.
and then start ruling again. No. Even if the refinery feels like it's not even in the beneficiary, you don't have to take credit for it. It's Nigerian property.
No, the fact that he's boasting about him having pushed the motion of creating foreign refineries for Nigeria, if I was to be himself, I would boast about it.
Mm-hmm. At least I
Because
did
he
something.
did something. He tried. Four refineries is not easy. But the issue now is
It's not working.
the maintenance. This is what kills Nigeria. We are always very anxious in doing something. After
Mm-hmm.
doing it,
No
no
maintenance,
maintenance
nothing, nothing.
keeps, if you go to some public schools, public sectors,
Health sectors especially.
health,
Like
every
so the
concerning
government in
public,
particular
you will see how good
After 1 year, two
is
years,
gone.
it's
they will
gone.
back themselves go there to the place, use scissors to cut the ribbon, be happy
Take
that
selfie and
so
all
the
that.
nice
Like
place,
they
just
use
use that
low
place within
budget.
1 year.
They use low budget
Materials.
materials for it.
Within 1 year you start seeing weed growing everywhere around the place. No maintain to even cut, how much are you making here, how much will you pay
We used
people
to
to
cut
just
the
cut
grasses.
grasses, even though you can't cut it, get this machine that cuts. It's something you
That's
buy
just the
once in
simple
a
thing.
while and use it.
Nigerians just like that. Nigerians leadership are just like that. They just wanted to boast that I did this. So you won't be able to ask
They are,
them you did do it. Ah, yes,
they are
I
even
did.
gaining more
It's
than
not
what they spend.
exactly.
They are gaining more than what they spend.
So, let's move on. I hear that Wa declared 3 days of mourning for the late SSG. Wow. The governor declares the 3 days mourning and the prayer for from 5-7 January in honor of the late SSG. According to him, the late SSG lived a fulfilled life and made positive impact on many people.
May you so rest in perfect
May his
peace.
soul rest in
I don't,
perfect.
He died of car accident.
car accidents. I don't want to say much about this, but it's very rare for me to see a very reputable person
Person
in the
dying of
country
car
dying of
accident.
car accident. It shows that we are really lacking in some parts
Mm-hmm.
of the country's plan for the masses. Because if a politician is dying or a very reputable person is dying in a car accident, one is either the road is not
No
good
good. Or
or
reckless driving.
something mechanical
May
issue
has
happen. So they should look more on that than declaring to me than declaring.
It's,
in
it's
the
even
three
it's even
days
a
in
normal thing. They will
prayer
do
of
5 to 7 prayer for him. It's a normal thing because he's a Muslim.
yeah, it's not
So
a
like they are all declaring 3 days on the
yeah
5th of January to
to
the
the
To
6th to the
7th.
7th, 3 days. Yeah? You should not say,
No, it's just to honor him though.
yes,
It's just to
he
honor
live
him.
a life of fulfillment, so they have to appreciate his efforts.
May you
Um,
so rest in perfect peace.
On the other news today, we have guidance. Insurgency insecurity to end in 2025, CDS tells personnel. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, has described 2025 as a year to end banditry, terrorism, and other forms of insecurity in Nigeria. General Musa acknowledged the fact that military personnel have done well in securing the territorial integrity of the country, adding that they should do more this year to put behind them anything known as banditry or terrorism.
I'm this kind of person that always wants to emphasize on anything. I don't believe people should always post about what they've done. The masses should be the ones telling you that this is what
You've done good.
you've done good. And now they are saying the chief of staff is coming out to say that this year they are going to end. This is what they said when they kidnapped Chibok girls. Till now, some of those girls are still in custody.
Yeah.
This is over 4 years or 5 years now.
More
Those
than
girls are
that.
still in custody. Not talked about that today. Now they are telling us that they're just trying to give us the hope that
They are
this
trying
this
their
year
best. Yeah.
this will end. So
Why
now,
not 2024?
now they are saying this now. So if we hear anything about banditry again, we should
And
hold
it will
the
still
chief of
end.
defense staff.
Yes.
We should hold him responsible.
And they're
Because
going to tell you that arms are not being provided for them. So how do you expect them to actually go and defend the country or
if
fight
arms
those?
are not being provided for them, how are the arms being provided for those bandits?
It feels like maybe they are getting their own from their own leaders, and then the leaders is ready for them to actually be more bad than.
If a group of people can come together and sponsor army, sponsor guns, sponsor army to a particular set of people, a full nation cannot make money and give the Nigerian army.
It's not as if the money is not
Is that
available.
what they are trying
The
to
money is available. They are not ready to do it. They are not ready to do it.
The loan is not being used.
There is
So
money.
all this thing is something that we need. Even if the citizens that wanted to speak out on this, it's just going to be like it falls on a deaf ear, or they'll give us a false hope that something is going to be done while nothing is actually being done.
That's why I like the country USA. USA spends more on their budget in security than any other.
Exactly.
Because they prefer their country to be more secure. You don't have to. Security comes first. Security comes first.
All is well.
Let's move on. Fresh agitation trades state poor execution of new minimum wage. With Fila suggestion that many of the state governments have yet to communicate when the 70,000 minimum wage implementation will commence or lack the resources to pay, there are signals of a possibility fresh struggle ahead of the full take-off of the year. Wow.
70,000 minimum wages.
Yes, how is it? 70,000 minimum
We
wage.
commence. When?
We are already in the new year, and then there's something that we are be trying to understand. They are not, they are like, how will I say, they are not ready. For
Everybody's just doing this audio stuff, just talking online, saying everything they want to do, but they are not implementing it at all.
A country whereby they will tell us this, they will be doing that. 70,000. It's something that they all this thing, they're just trying to make it public for people to feel they're actually working. How many states have started implementing the 70K minimum wage? Cleaners in particular sector are still collecting 20,000, 25,000.
even if they're going to implement it, the cleaners that are working in all those how would I say, governments, they are not, their salary as well, I don't think it's going to be paid.
This is where the minimum wage comes in. As far as you're working in the public sector, as low as the cleaner, you should be collecting that 70K. Because this is what the government have bought out, and it's the government that pays this money. So they have their payroll, how the money comes in. If the government is the one paying this, they should start implementing. It's not their money. The most why that these leaders believe they do things as if
They want everything to be theirs.
as if they are the one that made this money. This is money. This is tax people's money. Money you tax people about the house taxing, transportation taxing, everything about building. You cannot, for example, Lagos State. You cannot build a structure in Lagos State, and the government will not come there before you even do foundation finish. They come there, they collect their money. They will tell you this building has been sealed by the Lagos State government, that you need to do this. before the bill they even give to you sef you be hearing things of 400,000 and you have to pay for it before you continue that structure. This money and the money is dey collect and it's going to the government account. We are this to people. It is this money is goes clockwise.
all this money is being how will I say is being gathered from different angles of Nigeria.
Sure.
This money is being gathered from different working scheme that is happening in Nigeria that belongs to the government. When you talk about the airports, there are money being made there. When you
Sure.
talk about the custom, there are money being. When you talk about the seaports, there are money being made there. Talking about the tax, money are being made here every blessed day. And I'm still going to be wondering why can't they just give the citizen what they want? Because I
Nigeria.
don't expect it to take at all 100% of all these things that they are making.
Nigeria, me and you country.
Mhm.
Our country. Our country, abeg. Nigeria will do that. Except something that will favours them.
Oh yeah.
The leaders need we need to change our leaders and the mentalities of these leaders.
In a country that is overwhelmed with greed that really kill the country, they won't do that. It's their own selfish reason they always after.
Exactly. Wow. Let's move on. Peter Obi decries intimidation, insists on fighting for better Nigeria. Wow. Reflecting on the challenges of being in the opposition, Obi decries the intimidation, isolation, and sabotage he had faced, but reaffirmed his commitment to pushing for the reform that would uplift ordinary Nigerians. Wow. Responding to the question from newsmen after this news year addresses to the nation, he says it is extremely difficult to be in opposition in the country. Everything is against you. People don't want to see you or associate with you because they fear government backlash.
He said it all. Sincerely.
The reason why I like this man is that he says things.
He's always with his word.
How it is.
He says things how it is. I just wish to see him in the government
Ruling.
position, ruling, especially ruling
Mhm.
Nigeria, and you definitely see the difference because it's one of the aspirants I've ever seen that when he comes out to speak, he doesn't look at all those people that he
Yeah.
speaks the way it is.
Straight.
He speaks straight and he speaks from his mind. You will see other politicians when they come, they will have this long script. For them to even get familiar with the scripture, they don't know. Like one senator that was addressing addressing the president as an honorary. Imagine doesn't even know doesn't know the word to use.
The one that was congratulating someone's loss, like it's not. How would you be congratulating someone that lost his wife?
Wow.
Say congratulations on the loss of your wife. Imagine the kind of words that
And the
ministers are using.
and the government, how will I call it of the that was trying to pronounce some figures and then he was missed. Like this is not what we need in Nigeria.
At all.
We need a better educated that knows that this is their position and they needed to handle it. Because if you went through this educational system and then you actually learn in it and then it is your passion that you wanted to lead the people and then treat them with just and like there is going to be a possibility that you will do it in a better way, not just something that you picked from friendship or because this person is being honest with me, let's just let me put him in this position. That is what Nigeria is doing and then it's really really affecting us. They won't give someone that has the zeal to do it. They feel like I want to benefit from this one, or if this one stay there, it be like say the stinginess go too much and we are trying to better ourselves but they feel like they wanted to benefit. We need something better in Nigeria.
You just need to step up.
We need to step up exactly. And we have what is trending for you today. No, we never miss for trending. I just want Burna Boy to embrace me as a fan. I didn't intend to harm him. I don't blame him for his reaction because only he knows what he was thinking at that moment. Man kicked by Burna Boy on stage 6.
But this is not the first one that will happen.
Yeah.
It's Burna Boy. He broke one person's phone.
No, it was Ashape
Yeah,
was
Ashape,
someone's
yeah.
phone. It was Ashape. As well, he actually had a fault with his bodyguard at some outside the country where he because I don't even know what like
He said he was suffering from SCPD or so like that. That's why he's misbehaving like that.
Well, I think this thing is a two-way thing. You know, as a celebrity, as a star, if you've gotten to that stage in life, you always be cautious with the kind of people that comes around you. And at that moment, that is why most of them use bodyguard. There are two things he might be thinking at that moment. One, he
Probably
might be
wants to
thinking
be
this person
attacked.
wants to attack him or he wants to harm him. But some people can be given things just to go and touch this person. Something might happen to the person. That's the reason why there is this things. But the fact that he had to
Chick.
kick a fan that
Just
that
wanted to-
ran on stage just to embrace you is where he did the wrong thing. He would have just paced out himself,
Just move
move
back.
away from him. The bodyguard does their work. I see other celebrities do it now. This kid has done it. They do so much. Even thing happens to them that when the fans comes to them or say that they call the security guy to take them back. Even Whiskey, there was a time Whiskey had to give the fan. Even this during Lagos, in Lagos, Greater Lagos. I think he called up a fan. He told the fan to go back to him. He promised him. He told them to give the fan food, give him champagne. He's coming back to see that he's going to bless him for Christmas. These are the kind of things. These people are the people that waste their soul for
Yeah.
you. They always
They
back
stream
to back,
your
before
music
they
and
stream,
then
they do
they
everything.
Follow
they
you.
love you and like if not,
Just imagine what he has done to this guy now, and you expect this guy might have so many family members, he has friends. After seeing what Bonaboy has done to
You might unfollow.
even they don't follow himself, they already have pictures for him. Like you shouldn't be doing this kind of thing. That guy that has too much love for him now, the love might have just gone down. You kick somebody on stage, 2 days after you are promising someone $30,000. You are not showing remorse of somebody. This is just a problem.
that $30,000, I think the whole issue is between him and a Cubana chief priest.
Yeah.
And then when a guy came out that he says that he's a Cubana chief priest brother, and then he was like Cubana abandoned him, and then that is when he wanted to come out and then try to be a philanthropist on the whole
You
thing.
want to be a philanthropist, just to say, I don't see that as philanthropy. I see that as trying to
Clout,
to
chasing
pay
clout.
partners to feel better than one person. $30,000 is a huge sum of money. So
Yes,
for you to just come outside and say
you want to
do,
dash out.
because of you having issue with somebody, you know what's the dash out.
I-
I know what I use.
Then what Rana said is alleged brother.
And in Cubana, I have only one biological brother
And two
two
kid sisters.
Regardless, I owe them nothing. Cubana chief priest.
Probably is another person he did it to.
It's the whole fight on social media is like a back and forth. Like they are throwing
Just want
shade
to
at
trend.
each other, and then I don't expect a two grown-up adult to be like that. And this guy actually came out, Speak Darlington lawyers, while Cubana actually accused Burna Boy of bending out to collect Grammys with P Diddy's baby oil.
It was saying why didn't he arrest Obi Kubana for saying something like that?
Who is small boy now? No, it's
He can't do
He
it.
can't. He dare not.
He can't do it.
He can't.
He has to go. This is when you have a working lawyer, you have lawyers that know what they are doing.
What Speak Darlington
Because-
does, but the fact that Speak Darlington is not that so
No,
popular,
power is different from power.
That Speak
Power
Darlington
is
does
different
not
from
have,
power.
It's making Burna Boy to actually
They
upgrade
can't
it.
arrest themselves though, because the message they are putting out on their social media platform is not mentioning anybody's name. You said Solidarity video that you mentioned Burna Boy's name in his video. That's the
But
mistake.
everyone knows that these two of them are actually
Everybody knows that they're talking about themselves, but none of them have mentioned each other's name. It's just like you say something on social media, but
and
you
then the
don't
other
mention-
person feels attacked.
But
Oh my God.
If the word is to talk, if you know it to keep quiet.
But not follow themselves, so, but they are doing them, they are starting, they are saying what they are doing. Let me tell you, this is Burna Boy might not even review Burna's chat with his own phone. This is something
A friend.
Who can just see what
Kubana said about you.
Because if they view themselves out of it will show that this person has viewed. If it's someone showing them their this is beef now.
Wow.
Industry.
Like they're just trying to make sure they harvest, like, farm more money from the ex social
I
media.
beg, they
And
just
it's
want
good
trend,
thing.
They are
Jerry.
giving bloggers more time to make money.
Exactly.
And they are giving
They are
Nigeria
also
time to know people that are jobless before.
Forget their
Person wey dey
sorrow.
jobless, wey no know, wey no get anything to do before.
Paul actually came out and said that why are you two fighting? You rich men, why would
This
you
is what bloggers want. They want something to
they
see.
want something. Just never
So they can see
actually
money.
come out on his own to just start splitting, like you know how just lover always do. So other one that is just as if like keep up with the social media and forget the sorrow of Nigeria.
Bonner really had a tough time this last month.
Last year, it's even last year.
Last year December, he was really flying through the internet. The first thing was him coming back to Nigeria. The first thing he did was go to club and spend 40 million naira
Wow.
in a night in a club. People they just started tagging that Nigeria is suffering and he went to the club and just spent 40 million. You can as well use 20 million naira to set up some people, that kind of thing.
I don't blame him because even though if we give that 20 million to someone to do something, we dey do it with the money.
No, it's not even about him
It's
giving
going
to
to
somebody. It's about him sending people to go into the market, get. There's so many things you can get. You can get the way this guy celebrated his birthday.
does that.
Osimhen. I love the way he celebrated his birthday. He bought five keke napep. He bought five. I think he bought okadas too. He bought sewing machine. So many things that can
Empowering
set
all
up
young
people.
youths
Call them
and all.
outside. I think they went through screening and they saw that these people are capable of this thing. You just empower so many people without asking them for anything.
Exactly.
Spend more. It's a very different
Yes,
for one
our
week.
celebrity as well
These are
is here
things
to
you
help.
people.
Even though there's
Give back to
word of
society.
entitlement that we are not supposed to be entitled to them, but at the same time they have to give back to the society because
And
if not for us, and
this
some of
40 million,
them
this 40 million you are going to the club to spend. I tell you, this club the club you even went to spend, it's not a club that you can go a normal day. It will be a link. It's either you know the owner of the club for you to come and spend it. That means you are spending this money. This money is circulating within yourselves. It's not going back to the society. And as a celebrity as big as Burna Boy, you cannot just go to any outlet say you want to go and spend
now
this
he
money.
wants to be a philanthropist because of Opi Kubana.
You want to come and spend.
Kubana chief priest. Oh my
I don't
god.
support that fact. I respect Burna Boy, but what he really did
It's
Nonsense.
not good.
is out of the line.
It's
I
out
didn't
of
expect
the
him to
line.
do that.
Well, you just hope for the best. Thank you. As we come to the end of today's show, I have been your host, Bella. Be sure to join us again tomorrow and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a blessed and lovely day ahead. Thank you.